My JL is a soft top, so I had limited places where I could store a fire extinguisher in the back. It won't really fit on the roll cage because of the soft top mechanism, so I had to go with a plate from a company called MOLLE Platform Solutions that's made right here in North Carolina. The plate did not have any instructions, but that's okay. It was really easy to figure out. Now would be a great time to send me a Jeep wave and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'd really appreciate that. It seems like a really nice plate with plenty of options for mounting. Very happy with it. MPS makes lots of other plates for Jeeps and other vehicles as well, and it looks like they do really solid work. I'll put links in the description. There will also be chapter dividers for this video as well. In a JLU, it fits in the little nook behind the driver's side rear seat. I was using a Bartact fire extinguisher mount using hardtop bolts, but I wasn't very happy with the fact that the fire extinguisher was a little bit loose. I had the mounting straps just crisscrossed using those hardtop bolt locations. So at the forward mounting spot, you can see where I have this in here at the bottom of the hardtop mounting screw, which is under this. And there's a wiring harness in the way, which I'm going to remove this clip, give me some more room to get this out, because you can probably see that that knob is hitting right against that wiring harness right there. So I'll remove that, unscrew this, pop this down. So I'm going to cut out a piece of 3M protective film just to put on the tub rail underneath the panel. There's no sort of backing or anything from this, so it's metal to paint contact. So you could just not worry about it, but I'm going to put this under there just so it doesn't get beat up with use. One would think you could lift up on the soft top frame, slide this between, and screw it in from the bottom. Hardtop, this is not here, so you can just use the hardtop screw to get that on there. So what I found is you'll need to use the T40 bit, like the one that comes in your door removal Jeep kit for the door retention bar. It's the T40. There are two screws behind this going up. So you remove those two screws. You can lift up here, push away, and it comes straight out. This little nub right here is what was not letting this piece slide in. There's also a piece of weather stripping there as well. It'd always be better to put that piece down like so and screw it in place than to jam it under there and destroy that weather stripping. So the middle tie down point for the hardtop screw is the back bolt. The forward bolt is actually the forward of the two holes in the plate, and it's mounted from the bottom up in the hardtop bolt mounting location. You'll want the threads for that flush with this plate. And these bolts also, the standard hardtop bolt size is M8 by 1.25. These are a T25 Torx screw. I'm going to loosen the rest of the track like I should have done earlier by removing these two screws. That'll give me some room here. There's a little bit of a nub inside here that needs to be lined up. Okay, I've loosened those three Torx screws there, and hopefully that'll give me enough room to get this in. Of course, I might have saved some time by just taking this whole track off initially anyway, but here I am. Okay. There we go. And I'll just tighten up the three Torx bits, Torx screws, the two T25s, the T40, and the two T40s here, making sure this weather stripping is nice and lined up the way it should be. And it should be all set from that standpoint. Down here, this actually looks really good. This is really, really solid. It's not wiggling at all. And I should be all set with this once I get these screws put back in. Okay, I've got it all put back together, tightened up the Torx screws up there, the two behind the pillar, and this is tucked in as well. It is super, super sturdy. And it's about time to mount the fire extinguisher, or whatever you want to put there. So I'm pretty happy with this so far. We'll see how it works out. I'll show you some pictures once I get it all finished up. So I'm using a Bartact fire extinguisher sleeve for my 2.5 pound fire extinguisher. It still does slide out from the front with some resistance, so that will stay locked in place, and it's pretty much out of the shoulder of the rear seat passenger. So a standard 2.5 pound fire extinguisher without a sleeve is approximately 3.5 inches thick. And that's kind of a problem if you want to mount on the roll bar, because that's about all the space you have right here. It actually might be a little tighter once you start getting into some of the clearances you have with the soft top structure. With a hard top, no problem, strap it wherever you want, but clearance becomes a little bit of an issue. Plus, this is a little bit of a nook that's unused for the most part. It stays out of the way, and it's also very readily accessible from the passenger compartment. I'm very happy with this arrangement, and I think it's going to stay here.